Welcome back. We have a lovely game going on tonight. Milwaukee and Cleveland, 26-25, and fans from all over the area. I can tell you the Clements family from Chicago on hand here tonight. Doug Clements taking it in. Kim Clements, the outstanding front office jacket of all trades, I guess we could say.
Absolutely.
Does she do it all for this league, or does she do it all?
She's going to run this
league?
pass pattern. It's 3rd and 5. She's going to get the ball.
Offsides, I think, is going to be the call here, and that's a live ball off the net. Kim, a director of marketing with the Arena Football League, and helping out with all the game operation here for us. Had a mom and dad, husband coming over for the game.
Encroachment, number 32, Milwaukee, on the second neutral zone. 3 yards, replay 3rd down.
So the call goes against the defense.
Well, they said against Milwaukee. I'm not sure he was pointing towards Cleveland. Anybody want to tell me?
I'm not even going to touch it. I'm just going to leave it alone.
Well, it's closer to the goal line than it was.
Yes, it. And it's still 3rd down. Weber-Osha fumbling the football. Out of bounds it goes, and it's now 4th down. They lose about 3.
John Garber doing a great job of getting his hand up and knocking that ball loose. Air Forcade saying, we had a touchdown, got to hang on to it.
Where you at now?
Kenny Stucker on to add the field goal try here. He is, has 3 already this evening. Make it 4. Stucker puts it through, and Milwaukee goes back on top, 28-26. Kenny Stucker's right leg working overtime tonight as Milwaukee continues their drive for the first win of their history.
It's hot, huh? Hot, and uncomfortable. What's that? An oasis? Nope. Must have been a mirage. Hey, dry mouth.
Hey, great news. Summer's the off-season at Valley's Health Clubs when things slow down, and we have our big off-season sale with the absolute best offer of the year. Just $18 down and $18 a month. As words like tremendous deal and I'd better join now slowly form in your head, we're going to slowly bring up our phone number. That's your cue to hurry, because this off-season sale won't be on long. Join Valley's Health Club for the best offer of the year. $18 down and $18 a month. Call 1-800-9-GET-FIT today.
Kenny Stucker has given the Mustangs of Milwaukee a 2-point lead over Cleveland, 28-26. The 4th quarter just underway. Sunday Night Baseball coming up on ESPN. Joe Morgan and John Miller calling the action from St. Louis. The Braves and Fred McGriff taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Greg Jeffries, that's 8 o'clock Eastern time, 5 o'clock Pacific time. Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. Kenny Stucker now kicking off back deep. Ernest Priester, who has been caught in his own end zone for a safety on a kick already this evening. Zach Dumas tries to run it out. He's in trouble as well and is brought down at the 1. Weber-Osha in on that stop, making up for the fumble perhaps on their last offensive possession. Priester and Dumas having trouble off that net rush.
Priester ran one back for a touchdown not long ago. Couldn't decide where to grab the ball. Dumas, you got to get the heck out of there. It's as if he can't make a decision. And then our man number 9, Franklin Harris, we didn't get a chance to see it. He was leaping, ended up into the crowd. I think he found a good-looking girl there he wanted to go say hi to. Ended up right in the crowd, went over the wall.
John Paleo has gone the whole way tonight for Cleveland at quarterback. Wants Priester and has him. And Priester's brought down at the 15-yard line. But they get themselves out of a jam in a hurry. Alvin Ashley was beaten by Priester, and the ball's down to the 15.
Now, you don't see this very often. John Kaleo, or Cleveland, I should say, going deep. Priester, though, has got the ability to get down and deep. He went past number 6, Alvin Ashley, who is really an offensive specialist. Doesn't have a lot of time as a cover guy showing there. Priester just ran a post right by him. Ashley didn't even take a look at it until it was too late.
Kaleo to Jeff Ellis, who rambles for 3. To give you an idea about the time of possession, we saw that at the half where Cleveland was down by about 9 minutes in that statistic, or rather, they were up by about 9 minutes rather. To turn it around in the third quarter, Cleveland had the ball about 4.5 minutes. Milwaukee had the ball about 10.5 minutes, but Cleveland outscored them 16-6. So it just doesn't matter, does it?
No, it's turnovers and opportunities. Those big plays like that, you get a guy who's 6'4", 290, Jeff Ellis running with the ball. Something's going to happen.
Priester on the screen. He's got room. And Priester's in for the touchdown. Ernest Priester has scored 3 touchdowns here in the second half, and Cleveland is back on top.
Now this is a sneaky play. This is a beautiful play. All the other receivers lining up, sort of blocking out the defenders. Kaleo just waits until Priester comes underneath. See all these guys being scraped off underneath? They've got an automatic blocking wall. Priester going in for the touchdown, doing a great job of tiptoeing into the end zone. One more drop kick. You got to say that Cleveland, they want this bad enough to give Mitchell a chance to drop kick for extra points every time they score.
Well, he already has a 4-point field goal try to his credit tonight that was successful, and here he goes again on another 2-point extra point attempt.
He's on.
Don't you love it, huh?
Again, I'm going to say why they don't push harder. It takes longer to kick that drop kick.
Ryan Mitchell gets the deuce after the 6, and the lead is 6 for Cleveland. Scotty Mitchell, or rather Brian Mitchell, will kick off for Cleveland, 34-28. He is now 3 out of 4 tonight, Russ, in those 2-point extra point tries. Back deep, Alvin Ashley for Milwaukee. Ashley with some room and a few blocks. Ball's loose. But Adrian Lunsford was there to fall on it. And Milwaukee hangs on. Little trivia for you here. When was the last time a drop kick was attempted and made in the NFL?
Well, I'd have to say back in the 40s, we see the ball loose, one of many that we've seen tonight. Thank goodness for Milwaukee that Adrian Lunsford drops on it. In the 50s?
Well, I have to admit, I wouldn't have known this had I not read the little pregame notes. 1941, Scooter McLean in an NFL championship game put one through for the Bears. They were beating the Giants, and you were around for that one, weren't you?
Yeah, in the previous lifetime.
I thought you were.
That last play, you see all those guys scrambling. We're looking at the scoring drive. Again, 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Ernest Priester on that score, but a lot of emotion here. Neither team giving up.
Forcade on the deflection. And Wayne Hawkins says, "Thank you very much, Tony Wells."
Tony's saying, got his hands on his hip. Forcade is counting his blessings. Tony Wells got one hand on it, almost stopped it for an interception. Wayne Hawkins has got to be very happy that he was at the right place at the right time, keeping the drive alive. Forcade is getting tremendous pressure up the middle. He is not getting the type of time that he had in the first quarter. Although he's taking a lot of extra time. You hear him get punched in the chest here, punched in the throat. That's football. That's the way it is.
Just to let the quarterback know you're around. First down. Mustangs at the 18. Forcade under heat again. And the ball goes through the hands of Alvin Ashley. Forcade is a cool customer back there, though. There's no doubt about that. He has played in the CFL, the NFL, the USFL, and the Arena Football League as well. Played with Miami last year. In fact, he owns a Hooters restaurant down in Louisiana and a golf course. Well, that's my life right there.
Yeah, okay. Well, go down and join him. But the guys right now that are wishing he'd get rid of the ball a little bit sooner, number 77, Arnold Campbell, 55, Dave Witham, and number 9, Franklin Harris, would wish that he'd get rid of that ball just a little bit sooner.
Wabarosha on the draw, and the man's got some room to go. Touchdown, Wabarosha. The longest run of the year for Big Bad Ed. And the ball game's tied.
Well, 6'3", 245, a tackle like that around the knees and ankles is not going to work against Barbarossa. He slams the ball from his backside. You can see he's 23 years old, 6'3", 245. A lot of power in them there legs. Kick is good.
Kenny Stucker puts it through. And you can tell things are getting a little hot between these two teams as we come down the home stretch. We have ourselves a horse race, folks. 35, the Mustangs. What would you expect, huh? 34, Cleveland. We have had 4 lead changes in the second half. Right now, it's advantage Milwaukee, 35-34, the Mustangs, with just under 9 minutes to play. Coming up on the Deuce, Monday night, 7 o'clock, roller hockey. You like speed, I know you do, Russell.
I like rollerblading.
This is for you. This is your team, too, I think. The Edmonton Sled Dogs.
No, I like the Barracudas, man.
Ah, no, you're a sled dog. The San Diego Barracudas, Monday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. 4 o'clock out on the West Coast. That's on ESPN2. The Deuce. Got a little roller hockey for you. The Sled Dogs and the Barracudas.
Get it on.
Kenny Stucker this time. Blast went high off the net to Priester. And Priester's brought down by Steve Houghton.
That's what Milwaukee's looking for. Look at the crowds on their feet. A lot of them on their feet. Is a good defensive play like that by Steve Houghton. Coming on down. He's got a free shot at Priester. Priester doing a real good job of hanging on this ball, but look at this. Contact. That's what this game is all about.
Played his college ball at Ferris State in Michigan and a graduate of Paw Paw High School in that state as well. I like that name, Paw Paw.
Yeah, where'd you go to school?
Paw Paw.
A lot of grit there.
There's the 10 from the 9 for Cleveland. And Shumo has nowhere to go.
Okay. I'm sure 1 or 2 of our viewers are asking the question. You got a talented guy like Shumo. Cleveland's been doing well throwing the ball. What are they doing running the ball on the first play right up in the middle where everybody's at?
All right, and so your answer would be?
Get the ball downfield. I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean,
absolutely.
That breaks up the momentum. It takes away the confidence of the offense. They got to get the ball downfield. They've been doing a good job of that all game long.
And now it sets up 2nd and long. And it's intercepted by Terran Adams. The pass deflected at the line of scrimmage. Adams with his first interception of the year. And Milwaukee's got the ball right back.
I'm not absolutely positively sure about this, but I think our guy number 58, Steve Houghton, may have got his mitt up on that ball. Kaleo wanting to throw, and I said, come on, go ahead and throw the ball. Just when they do, Terran Adams. Ball's just tipped just up. All right. Number 44. Andy Chilcote getting up off the ball. Great vertical leap. They measure for those things. Obviously, Andy, number 44, doing a great job of doing that. 58, Steve Houghton giving the signal that the ball was not. Hey, I asked for a pass.
It's the old only 3 things can happen, you know, and 2 of them aren't good. The ball squirted out on the sidearm offering, but it is a completed pass to Terry Beckham. Forcade throws one around the rush instead of over it.
That's kind of like one of those sidearm passes or pitches by a baseball player. See, he's sort of stepping down there. He knows he's got to get it low. There's defenders all over the place. Dumas coming in. If that ball had been any bit higher, Dumas would have knocked it loose. Beckham doing a great job coming back for the ball, getting possession, get down quick. And he was down the field before that ball was knocked loose.
2nd down and long 4. Incomplete. Terran Adams again circling in the back of the end zone. Thought he'd found a hole back there as Beckham had earlier tonight, but he couldn't hang on.
That's one of those throw him away. I mean, not throw him away, but throw him down low a little bit. Forcade coming back limping. So it'll be interesting to see how that affects his drop.
Forcade, 16 of 29, 2 touchdown passes. What he'd love to have number 3 here.
on one.
Calling 500 protection. I think that's max protection, keeping his fullback in for protection. See him come in there, pick up the rush.
And Forcade is dropped. Pat Danko on the sack for the Thunderbolts. And Kenny Stucker will now have to come on and attempt a field goal.
Well, Pat Danko outweighing Dave Witham, who's on the block there by about 10 pounds. Witham 6'3", 295. Pat Danko 6'3", 305.
Kenny Stucker now with a 26-yard field goal attempt. And it's good. So the Mustangs take that turnover and turn it into 3 points. They build on their lead, 38-34, with 6 minutes or so of football still to go. So Milwaukee tacks 3 more points on to their lead. They're on top 38-34 here over the Cleveland Thunderbolts. Coming up tomorrow night on ESPN, Battle of the Sunshine State. The Miami Hooters and quarterback Jim Jensen at home against the Orlando Predators. Orlando, the only undefeated team right now in the Arena Football League. They're 8-0. They have a high-powered attack. Barry Wagner and company down there. Their quarterback, Ben Bennett, he's been around the block a time or two. That's 8 o'clock tomorrow night on ESPN.
General manager for the Miami Hooters, Bob Huco, saying they're looking forward to playing the Predators. They think they can beat them.
This is Priester again, and there's another flag down. And Priester goes down as well. Kelly Barrett in on that stop. Terran Adams was jumping in the pile as well. Holding against Cleveland. So instead of starting the ball just across their 10-yard line, they're going to back up a bit.
Holding, number 73, Cleveland, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Milwaukee capitalizing on the turnover. The interception, the first of the night, by the way, that Kaleo was thrown after throwing 4 last week. Kenny Stucker's 26-yard field goal attempt gave them a 4-point lead, 38-34, 5.5 minutes to go.
Ready? That's not Kaleo's fault, though. That ball got knocked up in the air by Andy Chilcote. Otherwise, that would have been a completion.
Kaleo down deep to Yandel, and this one's picked off. Michael Adams with the interception and the Michael James rather, and the big-time strut. His second interception. Earl talking with Tony Lowry, who has been the starter for much of this season at quarterback.
Yeah, they may never throw another pass, John. Earl Bruce, you know, he doesn't like to pass that much anyway, although arena football dictates it, demands it. It may not happen soon.
Personal foul, number 58, at the end of the run, 8 yards, the first down.
Oh, Steve Houghton, victim there. He is the culprit. Michael James coming over, the one-time quarterback in high school, playing defensive back at Arkansas, now doing the job in the secondary for Milwaukee, his second interception of the year. Houghton with the penalty. That will knock 8 yards off of where the ball would have been, but still, Forcade and company have the ball and a 4-point lead.
Somebody! Come on! Oh, stay in! What? I can't do that. I left Yo-Yo. I left Yo-Yo 300 on one. Ready?
Well, Josh Scott checked into the game. You heard him telling Forcade, I can't do it. It might be because he's actually been out of the game once already. If that's the case, you can't come back in. So Beckham from Forcade, pickup of about 5. Scott's still looking at the sideline. He's saying, hey, I don't think I'm supposed to be in here. I don't think I can be in here right now. And they do automatically substitute here and get Scott out of the game. But the deal is, once you've been on the bench at the start of the quarter, you can't go back and then come back in the game.
Well, the officials evidently didn't see it or didn't care to see it or whatever the case may be, but Alan Ashley was waiting on the sideline, and that's what Forcade was screaming about. He's screaming for Ashley to come in there. Shut down, the only thing that a heads-up player would do is one man short on the field. Hey, I'll come in and play.
Play clock kicking down to 0. That will be a delay of game penalty against Milwaukee, so they'll go back 3 yards.
A little Cajun emotion showing here. Little Cajun.
Delay of game, number 11, Milwaukee. 3 yards. Replay, second down.
Especially when they call your number out and blame it on you, John Forcade.
The attendance number tonight, how about this one? 15,169. 15,169. That is the second largest attendance in Milwaukee's season. Forcade has to scramble. Takes a shot. You see some of the activity going on down below there. One of the fans delivering a little forearm shiver. He's getting into it. He's dangerous territory over there.
He's right next to the Cleveland bench, and the guys on the Cleveland bench are looking out over at him right now. You see the fan get up there and just sort of get off of my quarterback. Watch this. Get out of here. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you're pretty brave. Yeah. You know that you got security guys all around you.
And that barrier between you. And now he is being ejected. So the security folks will see the bottom of the screen and saying, "Hey, guy, you're out of here." Forcade. Hey, nice catch on the sideline there. They're waving incomplete, but I'll give the redhead some credit. There goes our Mr. Contact there.
Well, he's an official guy. He's got a staff sticker on. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe overhearing the plays and signaling him across the field. But he's got one of those staff stickers that they gave us at the beginning of the game. So he's not just a regular spectator. He might have been a spy. Maybe we got the first spy in arena football history. I see. Ricky Newman just about taking John Forcade's head off as we wait for the kick. By Stucker.
Puts it through.
Sticks it. Stucker sticks it.
Woo. So Stucker builds the lead to 7. 41-34. He has been the man of the hour as far as Milwaukee is concerned tonight. Well, so far these Milwaukee fans are very worthy of that lead, 41-34. They're on top of the Cleveland Thunderbolts. The Mustangs hungry for a victory, as is Miguel Indurain in the Tour de France. The 19th stage coming up on ESPN. That's today. Today? Or actually tomorrow morning, but it's kind of like today if you're still going to stay up and watch it. 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, 10 o'clock Pacific time. It would be today if you're in half the country.
Right.
Or so.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Kind of confusing.
Okay. It's 10 p.m. where I come from.
Yeah, so just stay up kind of late tonight. You can see it. The Tour de France says Milwaukee and Kenny Stucker have themselves a 7-point lead with 2.5 minutes to play.
No.
And that's not what you want to do. That is not a regular touchback because the ball went over a side barrier. The ball will be brought out to the 20-yard line. So Cleveland gets the ball in great field position.
You know, for a guy who's been so accurate, number 8 Stucker here, we see him going off the field. He's not happy with himself. You can be assured of that, but he's been so accurate. For him to knock it out of bounds at such a critical time, they're not ahead by that much. Cleveland scores, then scores a 2-point conversion. They're ahead by 1. Right now, Milwaukee just leading by a touchdown and an extra point. Cleveland can get back quickly.
Kaleo to Yandel, who gets wrapped up by Michael James.
There is no better feeling in the world, this kind of adrenaline. Michael James, number 17, you're going to see a hit here when we come back in slow-mo of a guy that is intense, wants to play this game, wants to make the team, wants to show an impact. You've got John Forcade on offense. Look at number 17, Michael James. Hit that head down, drive through your man. Look at him. He is excited. That heart is pumping. I'm excited just up here watching.
And 3, and you've got reason to be. And Kaleo's got to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining, but Cleveland wants to step aside and regroup a little bit. This is a crucial possession for them, and so John Kaleo and Earl Bruce are going to talk about it. We'll be back in a moment. 7-point game with less than 2 to play. We're back in Milwaukee at the Bradley Center, where Milwaukee's Mustangs lead by 7. Their kicker tonight, Kenny Stucker, has had an exceptional evening. He has scored 21 points, but 6 of field goal attempts have gone through the uprights, and that is a new Arena Football League record. The record was 5, set a couple of years ago, but Kenny Stucker with the new Arena Football League record, and most impressive was that 52-yard attempt there. But Stucker has really gotten the job done tonight, and then he turns right around Russ and knocks the kickoff over the side barrier. How quick does it turn on you, huh?
Yeah, really. You know, both coaches yesterday saying that they've had so many mistakes. They've been close to winning games, but they've had mistakes. It takes a guy like Stucker to step forward to make things happen for a team. That's what he's doing for Milwaukee.
Kaleo to Yandel, and Yandel's inside the 5.
Just the same type of thing we're talking about, John. Yandel, number 10, we saw him a couple weeks ago. He dropped a couple passes. He dropped one in this game. He hasn't been playing as well as Coach Bruce would like to see him play.
And something to think about here, too. Brian Mitchell, a 2-point drop kicker, will give Cleveland, should they score, a chance to take the lead.
Well, Yandel making the big play, and that's what it takes. It comes down here when it's close like this with a minute left, and the whistle blows because they're going to stop with a minute to go. Yandel coming up with the big play.
Rules in effect. Milwaukee has 3 timeouts remaining. Cleveland has 2 timeouts remaining.
The 1-minute timing rule, meaning that on the dead ball, an incomplete pass, a player who steps out of bounds, a penalty, the clock stops. And remember, Mitchell, a 2-point drop kicker, has already kicked 3 of those tonight. And don't you know, he'd love to get off the bench and get a chance to win the game for his team. Ellis is in for the touchdown. Jeff Ellis has pulled Cleveland within 1. Jeff Ellis, 6'4", 290 pounds, out of Ohio State. He goes in for his first touchdown of the year with less than a minute to play, and into the game with a chance to give his team the lead is Brian Mitchell. Again, he has 3 2-point kicks to his credit tonight. That is an Arena Football League record. So both kickers are putting their names in the record books tonight, as Dave Wattoon is the shaken up Milwaukee Mustang. Wattoon being helped off the field. But now Brian Mitchell is on. He stands 5'6", 170, but he would be large in the Cleveland history books as far as this game is concerned if he can put this one through the uprights. Again, this is a 2-point try. If it goes through, it's a 1-point Cleveland lead. They trail by 1. He's made 3 of them tonight. Mitchell in drop kicking, impressive numbers. He has made 14 2-point tries this year. That leads this league. He has made 3 4-point field goal attempts. Again, that is a drop kick. And so this is for the lead. And a timeout is called. So Milwaukee, just as you would try to ice a kicker perhaps in the closing moments of a game in a field goal try, watch Mitchell will sit out there and think about it. He'll have a minute to do so when we come back. Mitchell tries to give the Thunderbolts the lead. We're back in the final seconds in Milwaukee. 54 ticks of the clock still to play. And that could be a long time. Right now, Brian Mitchell, the one-man war, it looks like he's fighting. Trying for the 2-point conversion to give Cleveland the lead. And it's good. So Brian Mitchell with his 4th 2-point conversion of the night, and Cleveland has retaken the lead. The 5th lead change of this half. 42-41. Cleveland is back on top. The little man with the big foot, and it's a 1-point Thunderbolt lead. Brian Mitchell has given his Cleveland team a 1-point lead, 42-41. Back deep is Alvin Ashley. Adrian Lunsford, though, on the return on the short kick. And Lunsford breaks out of the pack. Lambert needs a block. And he's down to the 12-yard line. Oh, Russ, how fast this game can turn around. Just when it looked like Cleveland had the momentum, Adrian Lunsford comes back with a big return.
Well, being down here in the end zone, John, I got a great look at it. Lunsford taking it. Looked like he was stopped in the middle here. Breaks to the outside, going down the line. It took Ellis, number 88, a great effort to come cross field and knock him up against the wall. Great position for Milwaukee late in the game.
And now on the sideline, perhaps Kenny Stucker has something to think about. He has made 6 field goal attempts tonight. Will he have a chance at number 7? Forcade. Into the end zone. Incomplete. Karen Adams was back there trying to catch the deflection. Stucker actually in the runway now behind the bench on the Milwaukee sideline, back there attempting his practice kicks.
Well, I'll tell you what, too, John, a lot of pressure on that Cleveland line. Ricky Newman, number 98, and our guy, Kent Wells, they've been playing both ways all game long. Kent Wells, number 73, putting a lot of heat on Forcade. They're not going to give him a lot of time to throw the ball. It's going to have to be an accurate pass.
To Wabarosha. Inside the 5. And Wabarosha, the Rydell Iron Man of this game. And Earl Bruce could only sit and watch and hope that his defense could make a play.
A great changeup in the run, the draw. You can see the line of Cleveland getting ready for a pass rush. Forcade letting the clock run down before he calls timeout. But you could see that line of Cleveland wanting to get on that pass rush, convinced that Forcade was going to throw. Great call on the draw.
John Forcade will talk about it with the offensive staff. Jerry Bruner trying to line it all up. They trail by 1, but they have a chance when we come back.
Put the ball right in the middle of the field. We kick the extra point, we kick the field goal, we win. Look, the ball's down, this one straight ahead. All right, on one, ready? What's up? Just line up right formation.
So John Forcade says, hey, here's what we're doing, guys. I'm going to keep the ball. We're going to line it up in the middle of the field, and then Stucker's going to come on and win the game. So that's what he does. Forcade falls down right in the middle of the field, and the clock will wind down. They have 1 timeout remaining. And they'll take it with a little less than 7 seconds. So Russ kind of flirting a little bit there, and panicking this crowd somewhat.
It doesn't get a lot more exciting than this, John. Forcade letting the clock run down to 6.8 seconds. The fans not convinced that the timeout was going to be called. You see Stucker, who's been kicking so well, number 8, is going to get ready to kick this ball. Talk about pressure. He's a young guy that's all on his shoulders right now. They could go home a winner or go home a loser just on this 1 kick alone.
Kenny Stucker, by the way, the Wilson most valuable player of tonight's game. He knows what pressure's all about. This man, the all-time leading scorer in Ball State history. He's the 2nd leading scorer in the MAC history.
You know, John,
Mid-American Conference.
You know, don't mean to interrupt you, John. It's tough because I'm down here on the field, can't be right next to you. But you got to give a hand before this is all said and done to both coaches on both sides and both teams. You know, they don't have anything to play for in this game but pride, and both teams have played with a great deal of pride, an extra showing of pride.
Remember this, Cleveland is 1-8, Milwaukee 0-9 in their first year ever. Stucker for a 2-point lead. And it's off the upright. Kenny Stucker is off target, and the Mustangs have been tamed. 42-41. Cleveland and Earl Bruce get their 2nd win of the season. And I'll tell you what is really unfortunate is that some of the taunting that's going on, Russ, by the Cleveland players of Kenny Stucker. I saw several go up and get in his face, and you hate to certainly play on somebody's misfortune, but Cleveland has walked out of here escaping by the narrowest of margins.
Well, there's one Cleveland guy walking up to Stucker saying, nice guy, patting him on the butt, number 95. I can't see his name from here.
That was Tony Catchings who came over, and that was certainly a welcome sign of sportsmanship. But the upright to the right says, nope, not tonight. And Kenny Stucker, who was good on 6 field goal tries tonight, could not make it number 7. Down on the field with Russ Francis is Brian Mitchell, who himself tonight has set an arena football record with 3 2-point extra point attempts that went through.
Well, John, an awful lot of this game has come down to the kickers. Brian Mitchell here with us on the victorious side of this. Both kickers are doing a great job. Brian, tell us a little bit about the pressure involved in kicking in the game like this.
Well, there's a lot of pressure, as you can see. Kickers in this league, you have to, hit it right down the middle. And, the pressure, you just have to deal with it the best way you can.
Can you feel a little bit of what Stucker's going through after having such a fine game, hitting a couple records, knocking one in from 52 yards out, missing the last kick?
Well, I was just about to be the GOAT myself, so on that kickoff. But, I feel for Kenny. He's a great kicker, and I feel for him right now. I wish